Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome. It's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. She's a little bit frustrated because I was trying to brush her a bit before we came on. So I'm going to check my volume. I'm just going to set her on my lap here. I want to just check my volume. Okay, it looks like it's up. Welcome. Let me check here and see if we're on live. So let me just check a couple of things. Oh goodness. Tell me, how are you there, Renee? Tell me what's going on. How are you doing? I'm still trying to check this. Let's see. I'm sure I'm live on YouTube because I see you guys coming in. Michelle, good to see you. I'm just trying to see if I'm live on Facebook. Okay, let me check. It's not looking live. Oh, that's not good. So if somebody's on Facebook, let me know because I'm not seeing that we're live on Facebook. That's not good. I guess we'll just have to go on YouTube today. Yeah, I wondered why I wasn't picking that up on Facebook. Hi, Johanna. Good to see you. So if you're on, if you could pop over, somebody could pop over to Facebook and tell them it might not be working over there on Pretty Paper Cards, and to come over here to YouTube because we have a lot to talk about today. I'm just going to adjust my camera a bit right there. You know, I don't know why things do what they do. Who even knows? I set it up to go live on Facebook and it just doesn't seem to be. So I'll have to post it over there afterward or something. So how are you guys? How's your weather? I want to hear about your weather over there. Let me know. Cold where you are? It's kind of just mild here and cloudy today, but then it's going to be sunny after today, they said. So very frustrating that it's not on live on Facebook. So tell me what you guys are doing and what's new. Renee, how are you? And Michelle, tell me what's going on with you guys. I have some fun things to show you. It says it's connected to Facebook. I don't know why. You got your Stampin' Positioner today. Ruth, yay. Have you played with it? We're going to play with it right now in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm excited for you to play with it and see. I'm really liking it. I really am. Which is a good thing because I did like the Stamparatus, but I'm liking this. It's easy. Let me put Ellie up a little bit so you can see her face. I think she's thinking I'm going to brush her again. She doesn't want to be brushed. Pam, good to see you. Yeah, I don't see anybody popping on from Facebook, so hopefully they'll all come on over to YouTube. Like I said, I have no idea why that happens sometimes. Pittsburgh, 11 degrees. Donna, good to see you. 11 degrees. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing just thinking about it. I know so much of the country is so cold. Wow. Well, that's not all that far from my son, who's in Williamstown, Massachusetts. And I know he said it was, I think, 16 yesterday. You left a note on my post. Okay, great. Renee, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know why it's not working on Facebook. Cold in Florida, but can't complain. Yes, you didn't see me live. I know. if I try to go back, then it would cut off YouTube, and I don't want to do that. So I told it, and it said somewhere, it said I was live on Facebook, but I'm not. So I can't. You do your best, right? And at least this is recorded. It stays there, and so I won't need to worry about it. I'll post it back over on Facebook. Yeah. Um, Columbus, Ohio is sitting at a warm 4 degrees. -2 by Saturday. Oh, Renee. Michelle, I didn't know you were an interior designer. That's like one of my hobbies. I love decorating my home. Of course, I never have enough money to do it the way I'd like to, but how exciting. I didn't know that about you, Michelle. And Renee, brr. -2 by Saturday. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put Ellie down. She's moaning a little bit. I think she's just tired of me holding her. -2. Oh my gosh. Sunny and 63 in Calistoga. Yes. Minda. Roz, hello. Did you pop over to Facebook and see that it wasn't live over there? I don't know why it's not live over there. My nose is just running a tiny bit today. I don't know why. Yeah, everybody loves seeing Roz. Well, we have got stuff to do, so I don't want to spend too much time not getting at what we're going to do, because we've got fun, okay? So I have a couple of things to show you. Two things were, you've been in business for 35 years. Wow, we need to talk, girl. Okay. My dear friend Robin, Dr. Robin, Stampin' Dr. Robin, sent me a Valentine. I mean, we live about half an hour away, 20 minutes. She sent me a super cute Valentine, pink with a doily and that neat embossing folder. But she also sent me a gift. Check out this. I know that you guys I've seen these before. I've had these. People have made them, but I never saw one that opened up like this. Check this out. Isn't that cute? This is what Dr. Robin made for me. Cold snap. Roz, today it was 54, hard freeze coming. Yeah, I know. We've been freezing at night, 32 at night, but it's nothing like the rest of you gals, so I don't want to really complain. Anyway, isn't this super cute from Dr. Robin? I really appreciate that, because I didn't have a cute one like this for 2026, so I'm excited to get that. And then I wanted to show you, for those of you who follow my blog, or my website, blog, website, same thing. Hello, Tracy. Good to see you. And Linda, okay, are you guys on Facebook? Because it wasn't live on Facebook before. Did it go live now? Cool, because I have it here. All right. It's now live on Facebook. Oh, I feel so much better. Good. Because I don't know why it wasn't going that way. Linda, very cold, Pennsylvania. Yep. So I want to show you, if you follow me on Facebook and my blog, yesterday I took part in a Fun Folds blog hop, and thank you, Linda. I created a fun fold, which is like maybe one of the most complicated fun folds I've ever done. It's called, I have to look it up here, Double Accordion Gatefold Card, and I thought I would show it to you. Okay, it starts out like this, but then it opens up like this. Isn't that cool? And this little part in here is a little flip up to write something. Isn't that just super cute? I got this design from, I think it was Connie Stewart. I put it on my blog. I think it was Connie Stewart. But maybe someday we might do it on a video. It takes a while. It takes a little while. Jan, good to see you. I know, and I think what makes this especially pretty is that I use that Easter Joy designer series paper here on the sides, and then this yellow and pink here. These are called shimmer papers. shimmer paper, pastel shimmer, and then it closes up just like this. Yeah, that's right, just like that. Isn't that cute? Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun to make. So we might make it on here one day. It'd take a while, but it stands up very nicely. It's a nice stand-up card. So, you know, if you want someone to have a card that really stands up, it's a good one. It's a very good one. Okay, let's have a few announcements, then we're going to start playing with our Stampin' Positioner. So first of all, it's the end of January, obviously. Today's the 26th, right? 28th. Okay, it's the 28th. I knew it was in the 20s somewhere. When you're retired, you know, it's just you don't have that exact date right on your mind all the time. I knew it was the last week of January. So it is the last week for bonus days, you guys. Let me put it over here. The last week, the bonus days go until February 2nd, which is next Monday. And that's where for every $50 you order, you get a $5 coupon that you can spend in February, starting February 3rd. So if you don't have any coupons, I would get some. I mean, it's worth it. It really is worth it to have a little money to spend. I like that. We all like extra money. And then the product of the month for January has been the fabulous Sayings stamp set. And we've had a lot of fun with that. As far as I know, it's still available. Once you hit the $75 in an order that you're placing, you'll be able to buy this for only $5. And that's $75 before tax and shipping. Dave's running into each other. But this is a great, I have loved this stamp set. I've had to restrain myself from using it because the sentiments are so good. Susan, good to see you. So to make sure that you get this, make sure you order in January. It may carry over into February if they don't sell all of them, but it's a great product. Tina, cold and icy Granite Falls, please be careful. We've been seeing things about all the ice we have. We watched on the news last night, people sliding all over the place. It's bad. Okay. The Stampin' Positioner. Ruth said she got hers today. I got mine the other day, and we are going to play with it. I'm not at all an expert. I'm just going to say that. I've just been playing with it. So let's get it out. Let me turn you down, and I'll just show you what I know about it, what I've learned, okay? So let me turn it right side up, and it comes with these instructions, which I haven't read. You'd think that a person would, wouldn't you? Paula, good to see you. Welcome. Have I seen you here before? Glad that you're here. So this is the Stampin' Positioner. And here are all the directions in all the different languages. But I watched a couple of videos, so I think I have it. I don't have it fine-tuned, but I can use it. Now you can also buy, whoops, this got stuck onto my stamp here. You can also buy this grid paper, and it's $15, this pack of grid paper. Okay. Now let me just say before we get started that the Stampin' Positioner is available to demonstrators right now on a pre-order basis. So if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can pre-order this. In the United States, it's $49, and the grid paper is $15. But you can only pre-order it until February 2nd. And then beginning February 3rd, we have a special, what they're calling a join offer, that if you get the starter kit from Stampin' Up!, you'll get this whole Stampin' Positioner for free with your starter kit. I don't know, but I don't think you get the grid paper. So demonstrators are only able to get it right this minute, right during the next week, from now until February 2nd. Hilda, good to see you. So if you're a demonstrator, and then after the month, next month in February, the join offer special, after that, there will be a lull. It won't be available right away. It'll be a while. So if you want it and you're a demonstrator, get it now. If you want it and you're not a demonstrator, become a demonstrator. You could become a demonstrator now, but February would be and you could buy it for $49, or you could wait until February 3rd when the joining offer starts. Get your starter kit, and you'll get the Stampin' Positioner for free in your starter kit. So let's look at it. Now I've got some stamps already loaded up on it for our card today, but this is what it is. It has this base plate, and I've got a piece of the grid paper right on top of it. So this is the base plate, and the back, wow, it already has a crumb on it. The back is foamy, so it'll stay where you put it. It's not going to slide around. I was making a lot of stuff with crumbs, creating a lot of crumbs, so I got crumbs all over the place here. So I went ahead and put a piece of my grid paper on. Let's take a look at it close up. So these are pegs that are firm and don't move, and these are little short pegs that the grid paper sits on. These are, you press them down and they're spring-loaded, okay? And that's how it does the stamping. Then along the top and the sides you have rulers, and it looks like they're in both Imperial and that other type. I forget what that's called. I just can't think of it right off. You guys know. But anyway, in the US we use what I think is called Imperial. So I like the grid paper because that way if I go off my cardstock, it's not going to get my plate dirty with ink. So I like this. And then what you get is you get the top plate, the stamping plate. I don't know if that's what they call it, but it's like acrylic. It has holes at the top to slide over the little spring-loaded things, and then on the base it has its own little spring-loaded things. So you just set it right on there like that. Now, I do have a stamp on it right now. This is what we're going to stamp with today, but it's not touching the grid paper because it's lifted up about a ½ inch, I would say. Let me show you. Can you see that it's lifted up off the base about a ½ inch? So it just sets right like that until you press it down, and you ink your stamp and press it down, and that's going to create your image. Now, the other thing that it comes with are 2 magnets. Now, the magnets we've had in the past with other positioning tools sometimes they stuck together, sometimes they broke. These are pretty cool. They're circles, and they're in little cases that have rubber tabs on them. So they'll stick down there, but you can pick them up with the tab. And if they stick together, no problem. They're smaller and more lightweight than other magnets that we've had in other devices. Okay, so this is the large top plate, but then you get a very cute little small plate, and it's the same thing. Well, actually, it's not exactly the same. All 4 of its little feet are spring-loaded. It has 4 little feet. And this is for small stamps, and you can see I've already got 2 stamps loaded up on it. But up here you have holes, so you can position this on any of these, what I'm calling pegs, so that you can do that, I think it's called tiling. So you could stamp here, you could move it down 1, stamp here, move it down, stamp here. So this moves along, and then like right now, the stamps are on it, but it's not touching the paper of the grid paper or the base. And if you want it stamp, you ink this up and then you press down, and you press real lightly. And so we're going to do that here in a minute. Charlene, good to see you. So we're going to actually use this. I think it's pretty cool. Why do I like it a lot? I feel like I'm liking it better than our previous one. We had the other one, Stamparatus. I don't know, this feels easier for me to use. I don't know, it just feels, it makes more sense, and I don't know. I like it. I'm really liking it because I can take these pieces off and they're not attached with a hinge. I just kind of like it. So this is the new Stampin' Positioner is what it's called. Okay, now what are we going to stamp with the Stampin' Positioner? Well, in March, coming up in March, we have Stampin' Up! Has a whole bunch of new online exclusives, and there are a lot. And I only got 2 sets of things to show you. Polly, good to see you, Miss Polly. But we're going to use one today. I'm going to show you the 2 things I got. I got a suite and a bundle. Okay, this is the bundle I got. Now these will be available in March, I think about March 3rd. But if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or you join in February with that great join offer, you can pre-order these just like I have. So I got 2 sets that I thought were cute, but there are lots of fabulous. Okay, you think they made improvements also. Hi, Avanel. I like it. I like this new Stampin' Positioner. I want to say it correctly. Okay, so this is the first set I got. It's a bundle, not part of a suite that I'm aware of. It's called Help Me Grow. It's just a little gardening set, and I love gardening sets for spring. And then here are the dies, and I don't even know if I've opened these dies because I haven't really played with this yet. Let's open this together. Oh, very cute. I love pots. And there's a pot. I love to have pots with flowers and a little trowel. Oh, there's a little sign that you put up, like if you were growing mint and you put a little sign that said mint. And this has sentiments in it too, so that's good. So anyway, leaves and flowers and pots, and I think that's just cute. I just really liked it, so I just snagged this. So that is the first bundle I got, but the second one is part of a suite, and that's what we're going to use today. I wanted to use it just for fun, just because I've been having fun, and get that in there. And I want to use the Stampin' Positioner. So here is the second. I got the whole suite, and the suite is called Homemade Sweetness. The Homemade Sweetness Suite. And the bundle in the suite is called Filled with Sweetness. And it has a jar. It's like a canning jar, you know, like an old-fashioned canning jar. And it has all these fun dies with some labels and a tag, and that's the little cloth cap that you would put over your jar. And it really is fun. Now, what is cool is this one die right here, this largest one, creates like a card that's a jar. And that's what we're going to do today. So I'll set these aside and show you the other parts of the suite. There is the Ladybug Picnic embossing folder, and it has strawberries, and I think it's strawberries and ladybugs. Very cute. I haven't played with that yet either. And then here's the paper. And this is called Homemade Sweetness Designer Series paper. We're going to use this one today. And here's the back of it. And it's actually just sweet. Like there are some jars. Oh, and here's some fruit. I don't know how I might have this all mixed up. I'm not sure. And interestingly, some notebook paper. I think we're going to have fun with that. From New York. Hello, Louise. I bet you're cold back there. I know it's very cold. This one I really like. And that has that flower pattern we're going to use today. This is similar to the, a little bit similar to the embossing folder because it has ladybugs and flowers. And I could be wrong, but I thought the embossing folder had strawberries, but I could be wrong because I haven't used it yet. Then I really like this one, the blue gingham. And check this out, pink and red hearts, very cute. Forks and spoons. Well, no, they're just spoons. So I guess spoons for your jelly or jam. And plain pink strawberry slush, actually. And then larger strawberry preserves, little honey, lemon curd. That looks like orange marmalade or something. Xiomara, good to see you. More of the spoons. Let's see, I think these are just other pieces that I've cut little bits into. Oh, there's this one that's fun with fruits. So this is I think, a pretty cute designer series paper pack. So those are the parts of the suite. Um, and oh, ribbon. Very cute ribbon. Gingham ribbon. It's Misty Moonlight, and it's called Checkered Trim. Checkered? Yeah, Checkered Trim. And we're going to use that today also. Louise, yes, cold. Okay, so I'll show you the samples of what we're going to make today. I didn't really go all out on the card today. This is the card we're going to make. It's just a little jar. I just wanted to use the parts of the suite so we could see what it does. And here's how that opens up. The die that I showed you, we're going to use it now to make this little jar card. And there's the blue Misty Moonlight with little white flowers for the little lid, the little cloth that goes over the lid. Isn't it just super cute though? Oh, I forgot another part of the suite. Check these out, you guys. They're called Strawberries and Dots. Little strawberries. Let me see if I could put it on the back of something white so you can really see. These are strawberries, and these are dots, Misty Moonlight and Strawberry Slush. Very, very cute. So this is the card we're going to make today, but of course I had to make a pink one just for fun. So I made this one. I think we're just going to have a lot of fun with this suite. I don't know, I thought it was cute. And you know, you should just get things that you think are cute and that you really want to use. And here I tied it with the red and white baker's twine that I've enjoyed so much this season. And I put 2 little strawberries right on it right there. Aren't those just adorable? So let's go ahead and start playing around. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut that jar card, okay? Let's do that. And let me just get what I have here for us. So I'm just using a regular 8.5 by 5.5 sheet of basic white paper. And we're going to go ahead and use this die, the one that makes the jar card. And of course we need our big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we'll get that out. And I think this is just so handy that it cuts this for us. So really simple. We just do this and run it right through, and we're going to have our little jar card. Darling, I like that. It is darling. Yes. Okay. It is. I'm just going to leave this here because we're going to do a more little cutting in a minute. Okay, so here is, it cuts your jar card, and all you do is fold it in half, just like that. And there's your little jar card. I'm gonna use the bone folder in a minute. Isn't that just cute? I love it. I think it's gonna make some adorable, kind of different cards. Okay, now what we're going to do is, what I wanted to do, rather than put everything right on a plain white, I wanted to have some activity behind here. Now, for example, for the strawberry looking card, I used that designer series paper, which kind of looks like it's strawberry jelly, right? Well, for the blueberry card, I didn't find any paper that looked kind of blueberryish. So what I've done is I've got a piece of paper from Peaceful Garden that we used around the holidays, and I think it just has a little activity on it that will just give it a nice little something. And then it's up to your imagination what's in the background. So what we're going to do now is we are going to stamp our jar, and we're going to use our Stampin' Positioner. Okay, so what I've done here is I have gone ahead, knowing that this is the stamp, the jar stamp that's part of the set. Can you see it there? I don't know if that's better or worse. But I cut a piece of this Peaceful Garden designer series paper. I cut it at, I believe, 5 by 5. Oh, you know what? I think I have this paper upside down. This grid paper, on one side it's inches and on the other side it's metric. Metric, that's the word I was looking for. So let me put this on the inches, the side of the inches. And I'm pretty sure, yes, I cut it at 5 by 5. So we have plenty of area to stamp. Now, what I've been doing, just me, is I came over, I should have put like a little niche here or something, but I came over to the 2-inch line coming down and the 1-inch line going horizontal. And that's how I've already lined up the stamp. You put the Stampin' Up! Logo at the base, and I already did this before so I could plan it out. I planned it out. So what I want to do now is put my magnets on. And remember, this isn't touching the paper, okay, because it's lifted up about a 1/2 inch. So I want to put my magnets to hold the paper where the stamp is not going to stamp. So let's try this. I'm just going to come over a little bit, about like that, and let's see if that'll do it. Pretty close, okay. But I also see that I can put one of the magnets over here. I think that'll work, because I don't want to stamp on the magnets. And it looks like I really can put another magnet way off to the side. I think that should hold it really well. I'm taking time because we're learning this. It's not like I know how to do it, so we're learning. Okay, so now my stamp is positioned where I want it to be. My paper is held down by my magnets, and now what we're going to do is we're going to put the ink. Let me pull this over a little bit. We're going to ink up our stamp. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight because that's one of the colors in the Designer Series paper. And I'm just going to pat on my stamp like this. Now you could also use a little Stampin' Spot for smaller stamps, I think. But for this one, I'm using the big ink pad. Okay, so I've got that all inked up. And now, oh, I got some ink on my finger. Whoops. I took it off the stamp. Bad me, bad me. I just touched the stamp a little bit. So let me go back, because I want to get a good impression. Of course, we can do it again, and that's part of the benefit of having the Stampin' Position tool. I think someone's at the door delivering a package. Okay, now we're going to put the top over those top holes, set it down, and again, it's still not touching our paper, and now we're going to press. And I'm not pressing very hard, I'm just pressing lightly to make sure that everything gets stamped. And boom, all stamped. Isn't that cool? And I really didn't press that hard. It worked out just great. So I'm going to set this off to the side now, because we're going to cut this out. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. Because what I want to do is put this over the front of the card. So here's my, I'm going to put it sideways, and I've got a little bit of my Post-it labeling and cover-up tape, because I want to tape my die on here so that it doesn't move. And remembering that this is going to be the front of a card that folds in half right here. So I want this part of the die over the jar that I stamped. I tried cutting the paper out first and then stamping, and that turned out weird. That was harder, so I'm doing it this way. Okay, so I've got that on there, and now I'm going to run this through. And it's going to cut that little piece for me. Okay. And here's our piece, all cut. And of course, it's not cutting the center, right? Because the die itself folds in the center. So we just go back in. Let me get this off of here. We just go back in, and we're going to cut this with our scissors. Let me get my glasses on. And we're just going to cut down. It's not a problem because there's a line right there, that the score line that the die itself makes. So no problem to just trim that off. And now we have our card base, and let's just hold that up there. Look at that, it fits on perfect. So now that's the front of our card. So what I'm going to do now is we'll go ahead and burnish that, and we're going to glue our designer series paper on to our jar. I just had so much fun doing this. It's just fun to have new stuff, and plus something different. And I love that it makes itself into a card. Okay, there's our little jar. Now we want to make that little cloth. We want to cut that little cloth that goes over it. So let me get that die out. Here's the die for that. And here's my little scrap piece that we're going to use for it. So let's go ahead and die cut this piece. I like this. I think it's an old-fashioned kind of looking pattern. Just like that. And we'll put, I gave extra space. The piece is probably a little bit too large, but I think this is just so cute that it has this little top on it. Wait till you see it. And I love this die because if you use plain cardstock, it's going to put little dots in it. It kind of embosses. Did you see that? Ooh, that would be so cute too. You see how it does that little embossing? So check this out. Can you see how it's kind of embossed in there? I don't know that you can really see it, but anyway, it's super cute. And look at that. It goes right on top of the jar. The DSP works great. Could be glass-like. Yes. New toys are fun. They are so much fun. Okay, now we're going to put some of that pretty ribbon on. The new ribbon. And the way I did this, just got all kinds of stuff going on here. And it would look cute on the back side too, wouldn't it? But what I did to get the ribbon to stick is I put some tear and tape along here. Right along where you see the little curve, that's where I want my ribbon to go. And I want it to be adhered to the back of this piece. So I'm just going to press that tear and tape down. And that will hold the ribbon on the back side of the little top, should we call it a top knot? I don't know. The little cloth. There we go. Okay. And I want to leave plenty of ribbon up front to tie a nice bow. I'm just going to put it like that. And then we'll cut here. And now we just pull our ribbon around to the front and tie a cute bow. Or, of course, you could tie a knot if you're bow averse. Knots look great, especially with pretty ribbons like this. So we're just going to tie a little bow. Let's see, it does kind of have two sides, but let me see here. Let me see if I can get it that way. This Misty Moonlight, I'm really surprised how much I like it with these papers. It's very, very pretty. Isn't it cute, Linda? It's almost like kind of cuteness overload. And we'll just trim off our little tails here. Get them straightened. And then we're just going to adhere this to the front of the card with glue. And I already know that I'm going to put my glue here and a little bit very close to the ribbon here because it does stick up over the top. The top of this piece sticks up a little bit over the card, so I'm not putting glue up near the edge. And then we're just going to put it right down like that. Let's check the back. We need to put it lower. about like this. And that should work out just fine. And press until the glue sticks down. I mean, already it's adorable, right? Late to the party, Anne, good to see you. So there's the beginning of our card. Now the rest of it is fairly easy. It's just decorating, and I've done some pre-cutting and pre-coloring to save us time today. So these are some other dies in this set, and I want to use this for the little label, and I want to use this on the inside, and then I went ahead and stamped and cut some blueberries from the stamp set. So let me move a couple things here because we're going to do some more stamping with our stamp position. So here's the stamp set again, and we've used this stamp. We're going to use this now, Homemade for You. I love this little swirl, and we're going to use that. We're going to put this on the inside, You're the Sweetest, and you can see I've already stamped and colored with some Stampin' Blends the blueberries. So what we need to do really is just stamp our labels here. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp the this label. I use Daffodil Delight because it's in the paper over here. And I'm going to put it at the 1 inch mark. I believe that's going to work out. And 1 inch is here, and one and 3/4 there. I think that's how I had it. So let's give this a try because I've already put the stamps on this super cute little small plate. And let's just see what we think here. So there are little holes right up in here. This is the spring-loaded part. And then up at the top are 2 little holes that go over these pegs. Okay, it looks like we have to go down. Okay, something isn't right. Let's see. That's okay. We can just adjust it. That's what happens when you kind of do things in advance. Let's see here. Let's see if we do it that way, if it'll work. That looks just about right there. And there's my stamp. I can put my magnets in just a little bit more. Let's check it again. Okay, this one needs to come out a bit. Let's try again. Okay, I think that's going to work just fine. So now we're going to ink up our stamp. Yes, put prize. I see you guys all putting the word prize because this is going to be the prize for 1 week from today. So I'm just inking up those little baby stamps that are so cute. And then you put this back right on the little pegs there. And now it's just sitting, okay, it's just sitting on top. It's not touching the paper, and then we just lightly press down. And I'm actually just going to press, make sure. Look how cute. Can you see that? Homemade for You with the little swirl there. Very cute. Very cute. Now, I didn't set up the Stampin' Positioner for the other label. So let me get the stamp for that. That is over here somewhere. Okay, for this label, I wanted to put You're the Sweetest, and this is for the inside of the card. So I'm just going to stamp this on my own. I think both of these little scallopy labels are super cute. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be using them on a lot of other things because they're so cute. So I'm just going to stamp this, You're the Sweetest. Okay, great. Now I think all of our stamping is done. And we can put our card together. All right, so, somehow I got that a little high up. But okay, it's fine. So we're going to put this here, and we've got our little blueberries we can just put anywhere. So let me get my Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're going to put our label right on the front, handmade for you. And I think I'm going to try to put it a little bit lower so I have room for the blueberries up above. Just kind of like that. And I think I'll just glue those on to the label, just right at the bottom there. Just like that. Okay. And then I want to just let that sit 1 minute until it sets up. And then on the inside, we're going to put "You're the Sweetest." Now, definitely you could stamp that on your own on the inside, but I always get it super crooked. I'm not that great, you know, getting it straight. And so I like to do it on a label before I put it on the inside. And that way I know my card's going to turn out nice. And then we can glue this extra little set of blueberries on the inside there. And I'm just going ahead and gluing it flat so the card will close nice. Now the last thing we're going to do is put on some of these little gems here, the strawberries and dots. Okay. And let's see, here are my scissors. I don't think I'm going to put any strawberries on this one because it's not a strawberry card. It's a blueberry card. So we'll just put a few of these Misty Moonlight dots around, just for fun. Kind of like that. So isn't that just kind of cute? And of course it fits right into an envelope, no problem. You can see it fits right in there. And of course, the other thing you could do is if you didn't want to tie the bow, you could just have the ribbon go flat across the top, and that would be less cumbersome when you were mailing it. But I like when they open that it says "You're the Sweetest." And of course, you can put anything. But I think this little set is adorable. Filled with Sweetness is the name of the bundle. The name of the suite is Homemade Sweetness. It's available now for demonstrators as a pre-order, and March 3rd for customers. So this is the prize for next week. Put the word prize and you'll be entered to win. And let's come on back up. There you are. And it was fun to use that Stampin' Positioner. I like it. It's easy. I took a little bit long of a time to explain exactly how it works. I hope it helps you. Again, I'm not an expert. I've just been playing with it for a couple days, and so I really like it. But it's easy to use. That's what I think, is it's just easy to use, and I hope you like it too. So the card from last week is this gorgeous card that we made, which I have gotten a lot of comments about. People are really liking this. I love the colors too, the pretty peacock and the gold. And the winner of this card is Carolyn Hahn Link. Carolyn, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. That's why I give my cards away and give a prize each week, each time, is because I really appreciate you guys joining me. I have a ton of fun when we're together. I love it. And I hope you love it too. So I like to reward you by sending you one of my cards. And because I make two, I always get to keep one also, which is pretty cool. Okay, so don't forget now that bonus days only lasts until next Tuesday. So don't forget about that. Also, if you're a demonstrator, pre-order your Stampin' Positioner if you can, if you want it. And I'll see you back on Friday, and we will have a little fun fold. I don't think it'll be that complicated fun fold. It'll be a little simpler fun fold, but we'll have a fun fold on Friday for you. So have a great rest of your week. Those of you in the cold weather, stay very warm, and thanks for watching.